Odd Hour, an odd hour where we share odd stories about our lives. I'm Henry. And I'm Henry coming at you live from the shelf behind the fridge. How did it get there? Who built that? How did it get there? It wasn't there when we bought the house. How did it get there? It's just me this week. Just me this week. We had some scheduling conflicts and a lot of different stuff, so I wanted to just come on here and give you guys, even if it was a shorter episode, give you guys an episode where we talk about stuff, you know. But yeah, I wanted to kind of try to do my best to give you guys an episode. As I'm doing this, my Echo Show thing in the corner is giving me, I stopped drinking energy drinks, just to preface this story, is giving me a 24 pack of 24-ounce winter version of Red Bull Zero Sugar for $80. And it's like, set up a monthly subscription and save. It's like $80 a month for Red Bull, dude. I don't think you're going to be alive at the end of like 4 months of that. Like, I think that's it. I think honestly that's it for you. Seriously. But first, I got something to talk about. So I just got this microphone. This is a Samsung Q2U microphone. It's like $70. And I recommended it to people for a very, very long time. But I was like, I don't actually own it. And I feel like I want to understand whether or not I'm fucking people over. So I bit the bullet and I bought it. And it came with this little stand here that I'm not using because it's not, I have better stands and stuff. And also I think it's more dynamic if like a solo episode of I'm like holding the microphone and, talking to you guys. But yeah, so I got it. And every single video that I watched before I bought the microphone was talking about the specs. Shut up, dude. So again, another preface of this story of why I have such a strong opinion about this. So I had a business at one point in time where people would give me a budget and they would say, I want to start a podcast. And I would say, okay, this is all the stuff that you need in your budget. Because I've been doing audio since I was 8. And I started doing audio because I had a bunch of friends in around 2010-ish that were like, we're going to be Minecraft YouTubers, and basically kind of sort of wanted to get in while the getting was good, but like we weren't already adults. And I feel like a lot of the people that started Minecraft back then were all adults, so they had like a leg up on us, from the beginning. Also, the only microphones that we could afford back then were the shitty little Samsung, like, put it on a table. It's like $10 and you put it on the table and it like has a gooseneck that just like comes up and has like a little capsule like that big, like no bigger than a quarter. And those microphones did not sound good. They just universally kind of dropped the ball on those. I'm kind of wondering what they sound like now, because I imagine that they kind of like upgraded them in a way, but I genuinely don't know. So because I started so young, well, like when they all got those things, sorry, more backstory. When they all got those, I was like, give me $5 and I'll make your microphone sound better. So that's how I got into audio. That's how I started. I was like 8 years old. Flash forward to now. I've been doing audio for a while. I mean, I'm 23 now. So every single time that I look at a new microphone to buy or a new one that comes out or blah, 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 I always get bombarded with these like, okay, guys, and now we're going to talk about the specs. It's like, fucking stop doing that. Like, I don't know one person who's buying a microphone for like the first time or whatever that looks at that stuff. They look at like affordability and sound quality. That's all that they do. And the specs, honestly, genuinely, yeah, they can tell you about like sound quality and waveform quality and blah, blah, blah. But What they're not going to tell you is how your voice sounds on the microphone, dude. Like, oh, God, I wish that people just understood this. I wish that people understood, hey, okay, everyone listening to this, I don't know how many people are going to be listening to this, but just like listen to me right now if you are listening to this. If you want to buy a microphone, ask a friend what they would recommend. If they have the microphone, before buying it, go and test it out, dude. Go test it out. The reason why I told people to buy this microphone specifically is because I tried a version of it literally when I was like 10, and I was like, that sounds pretty good. But I had never really thought of since then, since like upgrading my list and everything and being like, well, you know, the SM58 is better if you have a higher tone of voice because it sounds kind of muffled with like a baritone tone. Ever since I kind of upgraded my list, I never really revisited the people that I had given this microphone to. And now, because I was 10 when I told them to get it, I mean, we just don't really talk anymore. Like, I'm not really in touch with those guys anymore. So it was just like, it was kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, I need to just like get one, and then I can see if I'm screwing people over. Because honestly, now that I have bought it, I realized that like, no, I haven't been. Okay, good. You know. Same thing with the other microphone that I always recommended to people, the Fifine fucking hold on, let me just see this one, the one that looks like this, that you've probably seen 1,000 times, right? It's like a USB and an XLR. I always recommend USB and XLR because when you upgrade your setup, you don't gotta also upgrade your microphone. It's a good tactic, right? This is the same thing. It is a USB, right there. It is a USB and an XLR, and I like to use the XLR because it sounds better in my opinion than the USB, even though honestly USB-Cs have gotten far enough that it doesn't really show that much of a difference. And OBS, such a good fucking software that you can just like front load it with a shit ton of plugins and it pretty much sounds the same. But all that being said, let me take a drink. All that being said, I hate the specifications talks. I do. I really don't like them. Because if you want to know how a microphone sounds, you're not going to figure it out in the specifications. Because if I tell you that like the frequency response is between negative 20 kilohertz and 20 kilohertz, like what, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? I don't even know if that example makes sense. I didn't really think that through to whatever. I personally don't know how that sounds versus one that's like 15 to 15, you know, negative 15 to 15. And I mean, it's heavily dependent on like how your voice sounds on the mic. So it just sucks that people will base their entire purchase off of that. And it's like, you want one with a big range, yeah, but like if you get a $100 microphone from like Shure or SE or Electro Voice or Samsung or like Behringer Audio Technica, like if you get them from a reputable brand, AKG, MXL makes great microphones. Or, I mean, Rode, you know? Like, just get a Rode mic. If you get, like, a $100 microphone from that, you're going to be fucking fine. You're going to be fine. It's not going to be like, oh, well, you know, I wish I got that one because, you know? Like, let me show you something, right? Like, this is a microphone from Samsung. This is a Shure SM58. This is the Fifine mic that we just talked about. And this is an SEV7. Now, based on those, which one do you think has the biggest range? This one. This one is $100. This is $100. This is $70. And the Fifine is $50. Do you know how much the range is different by? Like fractions of points. You're going to be fine. Okay? Stop looking at the fucking side. like, I should have taken notes on what they exactly are, because I don't want to tell you guys wrong. But honestly, if you want to know what microphones that you should get, go out and, I mean, fuck it. Go to Amazon, look up XLR microphones, right? Look at the sort by $50 and over. Look at ones that look like this, or like this, or like, or have like a large diaphragm, whatever. Search dynamic, because you don't want a condenser if you can't support 48 volts. That's a whole other thing. Don't get a condenser microphone as your first microphone. That's what I'm trying to say. But and if you do that, find one you think is cool, buy it, get it in the mail, go home, plug it in, right? See how you sound. If you don't like it, fucking return it. It's not the end of the world. You don't gotta just decide like, this is my microphone, and like that's it for all of eternity. That's not how microphones work. That's not how shopping works, okay? We all make mistakes when purchasing. We all make returns. I'm sure there's something you've returned this month, or something that you wish you didn't buy this month. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Sure, if you're spending $100, you want it to be a microphone that you're actually going to use. And honestly, you can't go wrong with like the tried and true, like, Shure SM58. Like, I've seen this goddamn microphone in every single music venue I've ever walked into in my life. Is that because it's the greatest? No. Is it the best for like for $100? Also, no. It's just the most famous. It truly doesn't matter what you buy. Truly, 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 it doesn't matter what you buy. As long as you don't buy a fucking $20 piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, guys, you gotta just tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down just a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world, I promise. You can buy it. You can try it. You can hate it. You can keep it. Wait a week. Get another paycheck. Buy a new one. It's not going to be, it's not the end of the world. I promise you. Okay? I promise you it's not the end of the world. Just buck up and, you know, get back out there next week. All right? Let's go on to the main topic now. But if you like what you're hearing, you want to hear more, go to patreon.com/pixelperfect Patreon, where it's just going to be more of this week, guys. It's just going to be more of this week. For $1 a month, you can get 4 additional episodes. We've been missing them on Patreon a little bit, but I'm going to record at least one of these every single week. So, yeah. I also kind of wanted to start doing like different solo gaming things. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. You know, if that's something you're interested in, it's $1 a month. After the first 100 patrons, it's going to go up to $3 a month. So act now while supplies last, babies. And now we're going to switch over to my other microphone. And as we switch over to that, I just want to say, everybody, thank you for sticking with me on this episode. Today, we're going to be discovering whether or not you're all the asshole once again. I got 3 Am I the Asshole stories, and then I'll let you guys get going. I know you got a busy day ahead of you, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. So, let's move on to the first Am I the Asshole segment. Right over here. Any ideas how I should approach this house drama with my boyfriend? Am I the asshole? Some context. Sorry for mobile format. Also, this is going to be super long. I don't like that. How long is it? It's not that long. That's honestly not that bad. Me and my boyfriend, male 20, have been together for about 2 years now, and we've been currently talking about getting a place together. He'll be in his junior year of college, and I am pursuing other ventures like my art career. I am somewhat responsible with my money. Mental health at times has caused me to splurge, but it's something. Speaking of buying microphones, but it's something I'm getting control of. I make my bill payments on time, and I'm currently working on a savings for this hypothetical house. Good for you. At first, my boyfriend wasn't really down with the idea of moving in with me. Red flag. He had created his scenario in his head where I'd anchor him to our place and wouldn't let him go out with fraternity. Oh, God. You're dating a frat guy? Just dump him. Just dump him. Who cares if you're the asshole? Just dump him. I don't fucking care. Fucking frat dudes. Ugh. Christ on a cracker. Just get rid of him. I don't care. I don't care about the rest of this. Just just dump. Let him go out with fraternity and it would just turn into a toxic situation. Now, I don't know why he would think this. I'll chalk it up to common moving in with your significant other jitters. Break up with him. I know there's a crazy female stereotype out there, but I think I'm a pretty laid back person. I'm not controlling at all. I can say that for sure. It took a few talks, but we ended up both setting boundaries, and he seemed almost relieved that we both agreed we'd move in to okay. I come from an abusive household. Sorry about that. And I'm working on getting out of. Fucking good for you. God damn. So I thought it was perfect. We are currently long distance. Tough. I thought living together would help calm the stress of a somewhat otherwise decent and fun relationship. Now here's where it starts. At first, it was just going to be me and him. But then he pitched the idea that a friend moved in with us. Would I rather just be me and him? Yeah, of course. But I did the right thing and compromised. It would still be my place. I'm the one who's got the credit to be on the lease. It would be theirs too, but I'd be responsible for getting the rent money to the landlord. So whatever. A friend and a couple of dogs. Me and my boyfriend. I didn't care. Are they your dogs? Are they your dog? Because if the boyfriend's like, yeah, just me and a bro, and then the bro brings a fucking bunch of... Fuck that guy. I don't like this. Can you just break up with this guy? Can that be the resolution of this? I would never in a million years fucking do this to my girlfriend. Oh my god. This isn't... Okay. At first we were looking at 2-bedroom houses and it turned into 3 beds. We both agreed the 3rd bedroom would be an office space for my desk and art stuff, and of course the other people living would join in if they wanted to. Both me and my boyfriend agreed that we'd share a room. We even talked about getting lighter bed coverings for our depression. All right. Good for you. Good for you. Good talks. Good talks. Well, a few nights ago, we were looking at places. We found a place we loved. High ceilings, big backyard, affordable rent, pretty kitchen. It was awesome. We started talking about decorating and all was going well until he said, yeah, and then you can use the 3rd bedroom for your art and our desks. I mean, yeah, you could put a bed in there for you too. Use the 3rd bedroom for your art and our desks. I mean, yeah, you could put a bed in there for you too. Okay. I'm not a stupid person. That was a hint. I got him to admit that what he was implying, that he wanted his own bedroom. Okay. I'll be honest, I was very hurt. We're a physical couple. We slept in bed together before and we enjoy it. Doesn't sound like he enjoys it. It's not like someone snores or I snore. Someone snores or kicks. I explained to him that I thought he had already agreed on it, and he tries to turn things on me, saying, is that even normal? That being a boyfriend and girlfriend sleeping in the same room when they move in together? Oh my god. This made me even angrier as I was trying to make him do something way more intimate than I guess he was ready for. We got into a big fight, and I told him he can keep all his posters and toys in his little room. Looking back now, a very immature thing to say. It's not, and I'm human and I get hurt. All this chipping away at our plans, the fact I'm the only one who's compromising, and now that I can't even share a bedroom with the man I've been dating for 2 years, just makes me not even want to move in. Am I the asshole? Am I being the creepy, unreasonable one? No. Holy shit. No. Oh my god. Just like to imagine that like my girlfriend and I are having these talks right now. Like to imagine that like we would get to the process of looking for a place together. And first off, that I would invite anyone without consulting her first is fucking ridiculous. But even if I did do that, right? I think your boyfriend is an asshole. I'm going to be honest with you. That's insane. No, it's not unusual for two people when moving in together to live in the same room, to sleep in the same bed. Evan and Julie have been sleeping in the same bed ever since they moved in together, because guess what? They are dating. They're together. They bought the place together. They put their name on the lease together, right? That's oh my god. No, you're not the asshole. Okay? You're not the asshole. You didn't say your name. This was 4 years ago. Oh my god. I think that, okay. Here's what I'll say. He wants a roommate. You want a boyfriend. Break up with him. Get somebody who aligns with the things that you want. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Like, I don't know what else to say. All right, next one. Let's see. Am I the asshole for making my daughter leave because my husband is attracted? Is it too late to end the episode? All right. Am I the asshole for making my daughter leave because my husband is attracted to her? Fucking ew. Choose your daughter over your guy. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I, 55 female, have been married to my husband and my daughter's stepdad, 63 male, for 4 years. How old is your daughter, though? My 23-year-old daughter. And I have a complicated relationship. Oh my god. She was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, DID. She has a lot of trauma from watching me and my husband's horrible marriage go down, and was bullied in school. When she told me she was being bullied by peers, my view that all children are innocent really tied my hands, because I told her that if I said anything to them, it would be an adult harassing a child. I'm not going to make a judgment yet, but I think that we all are on the same page of like who's the asshole in this situation. Okay. Just going to keep going. She has blamed me for that ever since. She should. And keeps referring to this one time where the kids at school called her trash due to the fact that she wasn't taking care of her hygiene due to depression. Part, not all, of my response was telling her to take a shower, and I bought her new clothes. The bullying finally ended with an expulsion and a suspension for the ringleaders. Oh, okay. I thought she was going to say for her daughter. I was like, what the fuck? She still throws the fact that a school clinic volunteer told her that if she was their kid, she'd have permission to punch back if administrators didn't do anything. Yes. I thought that having her live with me while she finishes school and gets a job would help heal some childhood wounds. If my second husband and I modeled a healthy relationship, however, My daughter now doesn't get along with my husband. She is a very introverted, creative person who likes immersing herself in escapism. Why don't you mention the art that she's into if she's a creative person? Why escapism? The fuck? Oh my god. So she'd get annoyed if she was sitting eating alone and my husband would sit across from her and eat, saying she ate later so she could eat alone. I mean, I kind of get that's like normal kid behavior. However, my husband started acting distant with me. From me and my daughter complained that his eyes lingered for too long. She got very angry and there was a lot of shouting and slamming of doors. Finally, my husband admitted he's attracted to her and it's hard to be around her all day. Said she was walking temptation and said that's why he was avoiding sex with me. Oh my god. I was so upset to hear this. You should have been. I don't blame my daughter for this. Why would you? Why would that even be on the you're a bad person that was even something that you had to clarify. But you're not. I'm not saying you're the asshole. I'm going to read the whole thing before I say that. Even though I think it's what we're on. But at the same time, the situation has become unbearable. Something would have to give. And I couldn't collect my thoughts with both of them still being in the house. So I gave my daughter money to stay in an extended stay hotel and asked her to utilize her college's emergency financial and housing resources they have for students in need. She responded by storming out and telling my ex, who is now circling social media, using it to paint me as the villain of all villains. I'm not abandoning my daughter. She qualifies for those resources anyway, since my ex is unemployed and we are in substantial debt. I just need time to process the situation and don't want to leave my house to stay with my daughter when I have a marriage to figure out whether or not to save. Am I the asshole? I'm just going to read some comments, okay? I'm just going to read a couple. Okay, you're the asshole. One, I have a hard time believing that her DID just came from seeing you and your ex fight. DID stems from repeated trauma before the age of 9-ish. You're punishing your daughter for your husband being inappropriate. Kick him out of the house while you figure things out. You're the asshole. Kick the husband out who can't keep his eyes and his penis to himself. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're all on the same page. That's fucking so creepy, right? But are we really surprised that a mother who, if you can even fucking call yourself that, who in childhood did not protect your daughter, that in adulthood you're not protecting your daughter? Can we really be fucking surprised about that? I don't really think that we can. I honestly think that out of all the moms I've ever talked to in my life, you might be the most deplorable piece of shit I've ever come across. I hope that this is rage bait. I sincerely fucking hope that this is rage bait, because it's working. I'm getting like gassy thinking of. I sincerely hope. Like, what the fuck is that? No wonder she has this DID, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to be in that reality escapism. What? You can't create one of the worst environments I've ever read on the internet and then proceed to fucking say, like, yeah, she practices escapism, really anything to, like, get out of her head. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit. It's like, it makes me very upset that you chose, you're kicking your daughter out to figure out whether you have a marriage to save. Do you see how that's fucking backward? Are you married to your daughter? No. If you are fighting with yourself to figure out whether or not to save your marriage, why the fuck are you not kicking out the husband? What? Like, like, okay, I'm gonna be blunt real quick. Your husband fully admitted that he wanted to fuck your daughter and avoided sex with you because of it, and your response was to kick her out of the house. How? You're legitimately a fucking awful person. That pissed me off. That fucking pissed me off. Let's just move on to the next one. You're the asshole. You're the fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Fuck my face. Jeez. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you for all your response. Okay, this is the update. We'll read the thing first. I, 28 female, am friends with this girl. Let's call her June, also 28 female. In fact, my husband, 32 male, and I often hang out with June and her boyfriend, i.e. go on double dates, have weekend trips, etc. We've known each other for over 2 years. I would say that we four were pretty tight as a group up until this weekend. Uh-oh. My husband is an orthodontist. Fuck you. One of his patients is June's half-sister, Rhea, 12 female. June often is the one accompanying Rhea to her dental appointments. June is also a small-time online influencer. Good. She's always recording and vlogging and stuff, though my husband and I have made it clear to her that we're absolutely not okay with our faces in her vlogs online, and she seemed to respect that boundary. We don't use social media, apart from Reddit. Yeah, apparently. And we trusted her word when she said she's not gonna post us online. Cut to last weekend, my brother sent me this TikTok with the message, "Dude, you gotta watch this." I opened the link and it directly directed me to June's TikTok account. She doesn't have much followers, less than 10,000. I wish I had less than fucking... Well, I do have less than 10. You know what I mean. I wish I had more. Okay, whatever. But the particular video he sent me had like 500 million. Wow. Okay, let's calm down. Million views as likes. I'm not sure which. Lo and behold, it was a video compilation of my husband with the title, "God, I see what you've done for others." The video was honestly the creepiest thing I've ever seen. She recorded my husband during various of our double dates together, and it was clear he wasn't even aware he's being recorded. In some of the clips, he would start with her face and then pan the camera toward my husband with a cutesy expression and mouthing words like, "Oh my God." The worst one was where he was working on her half-sister, Rhea, wearing scrubs, and she'd recorded even that. She didn't even bother to blur out the kid's face, also fucked up, while she was laying on the dental chair. I showed this video to my husband, and he was horrified, rightfully so. He said it made him so uncomfortable and violated, knowing that someone he had been secretly recording him. He was angry that she'd recorded him during and working on a patient, working on her half-sister too. Like, but yes, working on a patient in general. Right. He texted her asking to take down the video and delete every video she has of him. First, she feigned ignorance. Then she said that she meant no harm and that it was all for online engagement since, I quote, "TikToks with hot guys go viral very fast." And that she'd gain a lot of followers after posting that. This was all so weird, but my husband and I got our families and friends to report the video, and thankfully it's being taken down. now. This pissed off June, and she sent me a long-ass text saying how I was jealous of her online success and that I couldn't stand seeing her succeed, blah, blah, blah. I replied saying, you're delusional and unhinged. You're not successful, and you'll never be. Stay away from us, you creepy weirdo. Good for fucking you, dude. Oh my God. Now she's all weepy and depressed and has been telling our common friends how mean I was to her. She's also been posting about mental health on her socials and about how mean some women are with their words. Am I the asshole? All right, let's read the update. Number one, my husband's practice reached out to Rhea's parents and informed them about the situation via an email as they wanted everything documented. Like I mentioned in the comments, the parents have responded. They are shocked and very, very apologetic. Good. They have agreed to chaperone Rhea on her appointments instead of June. They wanted to meet my husband personally to apologize, but he informed them that won't be necessary. Honestly, I understand why your husband was like, that's not, I don't want to do it. Like, if I was him, I would want the whole thing to just kind of like be put to rest. But at the same time, like, if I was the parents, I would also want the closure of like being able to talk to them. I just like that they reached out in general. It's actually pretty cool. June's TikTok video is still in the process of being taken down. Oh no. No new updates on that. I guess she contested the reports or something. I'm not entirely sure. My husband and I have blocked her. My brother is keeping an eye on her account though, just in case she posts something else about us. We'll see what to do if/when it happens. We're gonna be consulting a lawyer if she bothers us again in the future. My husband is kind of shaken up, upset, and annoyed about the whole thing. He's taking some days off from work, and so have I. We'll plan a trip somewhere maybe to take his mind off of these things. Right now, I need to be there for him. I won't be posting anything for now. Good. We haven't contacted her boyfriend yet. I forgot she had a boyfriend. It makes it so much worse that like there's another dude that she basically just digitally cucked. Oh my God. We haven't contacted her boyfriend yet. My husband is not in the right headspace right now, and I feel it'll be better if we focus on ourselves for the time being. We don't want the added headache of how the boyfriend will react / if he's in on this or whatever. He's not. I almost 100% think he's not. We'll inform him after some time. I know this is selfish, but I think it's for the best. Thank you for the responses. That's not selfish. It's not selfish. You're the victims. You're the victim. He's also the victim, but, you know, it's a canon event that every single guy has to date someone that's out of their fucking mind and then understand that, like, they deserve better. So, holy shit, man. Can you believe this? I don't think he's listening. Yeah, you're not the asshole. June's the asshole. No worries, my friend. No worries. The fact that there's another dude and that he does like, if my girlfriend was an influencer, right? I would be following her on TikTok. Like, I don't know how, if it's still up, I don't know how he doesn't know about it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he should definitely, maybe he doesn't have TikTok or something. I don't know. I've heard that is a thing though. Like, people will post like thirst traps of other people while they're dating someone. But they'll only post it on TikTok because their significant other only has like Instagram or Twitter or something like that. And then those relationships never fucking work out because of course they don't. Like, what the that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. And also to be like so blatantly not understanding how that could be uncool. Like, I could see it potentially being like, oh God, I'm really trying to play devil's advocate and I can't figure out a way to do it. it would be less terrible if they didn't explicitly tell you to not record them. But the fact that they had that conversation, then you deliberately recorded them without them knowing, then you edited this video together. And then you uploaded it for TikTok clouds. I think that we should have a running thing on this channel called "Is It Worth It?" Because the answer is never gonna fucking be yes. Never gonna be yes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Give me a thing in the comments. You know, who's the asshole here? What are your thoughts on it? Everything like that. We're gonna be back next week. Patreon is gonna be up on Wednesdays from now on because we don't want to like crowd your feed. You know, or we might do it on Fridays, Wednesday or Friday. I'll keep you informed. This week it'll be on Wednesday though. That much I can guarantee. Love you all to death. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/pixelperfectpatreon. Leave us a message at the number in the description down below, and it'll be done on this podcast. I actually didn't check whether we have any messages before I started this, so let me see if we have any, and I'll play them live on air for the first time. You got any new ones? Nope. No new ones. We've gotten a couple that are like a little strange. Just a little strange. So we haven't really played one yet, but we'll play one if you send us one and it's not creepy. All right. Okay. Love you all. Have a good night. And see you next week. Peace. Bye.